Hi, here we are at Cooper MMA. I'm Mark Gelston. I'm going to be showing some techniques that I've learned from doing judo for well over 50 years that I think are very applicable in Brazilian jiu-jutsu. First, we're going to show a pressure pass. So if your partner has you in a closed guard, and we always think about closed guard, you want to start off by creating distance, but sometimes they close the distance on you. So what I do is I reach forward around the head and spread my legs. So I'm putting pressure forward on my opponent. So in slow motion, as soon as he reaches up, as soon as he gives me room, grab around the head. I want to make sure that he doesn't get his head back on the ground. Here, if I can trap the arm, great, but even if I can't, I'm going to make it uncomfortable for him. When I trap the arm, feet come out and I plant my hips down. I'm going to move to the side that I've got the arm. Moving my hips to the side, keeping tight grip on his head. I can either grab my collar or grab his collar and slowly work my way up to the side. It's very difficult for him to move around this. He's going to try and push me back, but as long as I'm off to the side, I can divert the backwards movements off to the side. Slowly, slowly working my way around. When I can get this foot underneath, crawl up, keep the pressure. Sometimes this is enough to submit them. If he wiggles out the back, right, he pushes me and gets out the back. If he can do that, I have an ankle lock. Most of the time, if you have a good solid grip, very difficult for them to do that. So when this is up, push down, over the top, grab the arm, Kesa Gatame. All right, so now, Judo loves Kesa Gatame. In BJJ, you tend to do Kazuri Kesa with the underhook, but in Judo, this is a fine hold. It's very good control. It means literally scarf hold. If I grab my leg, then they call it Makura Kesa, the pillow scarf hold. In Judo, normally you would have your foot back and the head down. But in Jiu-Jitsu, I want to have this knee up because it gives me a lot more submission opportunities. So if I have, notice that I have his wrist locked under my armpit, my hand is coming up under his elbow. If I take an S-lock here, lift up on the elbow, it's a shoulder lock. Not legal in Judo, but very effective in BJJ. If he's giving me a hard time and we've been rolling for a while, I can do a pressure choke by compressing his floating ribs here. I'm keeping a high posture, leaning back. There's no distance between my hips and his rib cage. Again, locking the wrist is important, lifting the arm is important. S-grip, lean back. He can't breathe, he's gonna tap. This works particularly well if he's tired, if we've been rolling for a while. If he starts getting the arm free, take the arm, flat hand. Notice I'm not gripping this way. If I grip this way, he can work against my thumb and get out. So the hand is flat, hooked. Push it down the side, hook with the leg. From here, I'm gonna lift my hips. I'm not gonna create any space. Just gonna lift my hips that are closest to him. It's a straight arm bar. I'm trying to get that. He is bending his arm to stop me. The other foot takes over. We have an Americano. Okay, if he grabs my waist so that I can't get the arm bar, and again, he's trying to back out, I push in to lean into him. This hand is now available. Slide with a straight hand I'm going to choke him with the back knuckles, the ridge of the hand right here. Grab the collar, slide my hand in, grab my sleeve. Now I'm going to slice the neck. Very powerful choke. If he blocks the choke by tucking his chin, I grab my own sleeve here. Now I'm going to bring my elbow along his arm to the ground, then grab the sleeve and bring my weight across. So let's the whole series of one more time. Starting here, pressure pass. Spreading the legs, making sure his head is locked. My elbow is blocking his arm. Shift my weight to the side. Slowly crawl under, pushing his leg up all the way. Push it down, come through into Kesa. Lock his wrist under my armpit. Lift up under the elbow. S-lock, shoulder. If he does get his arm free, I can always convert to the pillow choke. Okay, if he's tired, S-lock. If the shoulder's not working, lean back against the floating ribs. If the arm gets free, push it down the leg. Cover, elbow lock. If his arm escapes, forward, front foot, Americano. If the arm is trapped, he's got his arm protected, come across with the blade of my hand, Ezekiel. If he protects with the chin, grab my own sleeve, elbow down to the ground, wheel choke. Okay. Kesa Gatame submissions for BJJ.
Good stuff. Thank you, Mark.